Yes then lads, what's happening? But before we get started, if you want your best, cheap and reliable FIFA 22 coins, then please go and check out fifacoin.com and use code Wolf at the checkout for 5% off. If you use that, I will love you guys forever. The best, cheap and reliable coins are right there for you guys. And also, last but not least, if you want to look like me because I am the flyest dressed FIFA player, then make sure you go and check out luke1977.com. Link down in the description below. If you can do all of them things, I will love you guys forever. But for now, guys, let's get straight into the video. Shorter intros are back. Let's get into it. The 4-2-2 custom tactics for you guys are here. I'm using them on my Road to Glory. My Road to Glory account, as you can see, has changed a little bit now. We did go and get Red Messi out of one of the Foot Champions upgrades pack. And we did also get Red Marquinhos from this weekend league. So, the team has now took a little bit of a change. Kudus and Kessie in at the CDM position with Marquinhos and Tomori as centre-back. Hakimi at right-back. Zaha, and I have gone and brought in a Bidai Pele in that Lamb position along with Messi and Di Natale up front. Now, I'm going to be straight up real with you guys. I think the 4-2-2 is the best formation this year. Now, don't get me wrong, the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1 and the narrow are very good viable options. But I think overall, because of how the 4-2-2 plays along with like the 2 CDMs and the 2 sitters kind of thing, I really do think the 4-2-2 is the best formation now on FIFA 22. I really do 100% wholeheartedly agree with that. So the custom tactics that I use with the 4-2-2 are like so. So I play balanced on the defensive style along with 45 width and 55 depth. The depth, guys, it's very much up to your own, use it at your own discretion kind of thing. So I use 45 and 55, but personally speaking, I think anywhere in between 45 depth right the way up to like 70 or 60, between like 45 depth and 70 depth, as long as you're using it in and around that range, I feel like you win a lot more games than you lose. I kind of like the 45-55 because of my OCD. Adds up to 100. Like, I just like that. So, and I find it to be like the most effective depth because my team isn't too deep, but then at the same time, it's not too far pushed up the pitch. So for me, I do much prefer the 45 width along with the 55 depth. It just works best. But if you are someone that does like to play a little bit more attacking than me, although I do play quite attacking anyway, but up that depth up to like 60 or 65. They have now patched it. And by the way, YouTube, this does work on old gen as well, because I do play old gen on my pay to win account. And these are the exact same custom tactics I use on my old gen as well. So any of you guys that are playing on old gen, PS4, Xbox One, these will work on there as well. Now, the offense, this is where I like to say with custom tactics, use mine as like a baseline, but I really do think you do need to use balanced and direct passing. I feel like they are the most overpowered ones this year. They're the most broken. They just seem to work the best, really. So for me, balanced and direct passing is definitely the way to go. I have tried like forward runs. Forward runs is definitely a viable option though, like 100%. It really is definitely a viable option. But I think overall, in the meantime, I would say direct passing is probably the way to go, if I'm being real with you. I find it the most overpowered. I find it the most broken. It's the one that just works the best for me. So because of that, I have balanced and direct passing. Now the width, I do have it on 60. But again, like with the depth on the defense, as long as you're anywhere in between 45 and 70, I'd probably say 70 is probably a little bit too wide actually. But I'd say anywhere between 45 width, if you want to go a little bit on the narrower side, right the way up to like 65 if you want to go a little bit wider. I have it on 60 because I find with the 4-2-2, the Lamb and the Ram are quite narrow. So I just up that width just a little bit up to 60 just to make my team just that little bit wider, do you know what I'm saying? Just so they're not too compact and cracked in the middle. So 60 width does work the best for me. Players in the box is 7. I don't really use the players in the box for any in-depth analysis. You know, it's not going to be Monday Night Football with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, what I'm about to say. But I just like to think the more players you have in the box, the more likely you are to score a goal, right? Simple mathematics, simple equation. The more players in the box, the more likely you are to score. I just find it as simple as that, really. I think 6 players in the box is good. I'd say as long as you're anywhere between 5 and 7, it's probably like the happy medium G-spot. You know, I like to talk about the G-spot in my custom tactics. When you find that G-spot, don't veer away from it. So between 5 and 7 is what I find to be the best for players in the box. I always stick with 7. So if you want to use the same as me, stick with 7. Now the corners and free kicks, I do have 2 and 2. And this is something I feel like you guys should use. If you're going to take anything from today's video, and I mean absolutely anything, alright? lower your corners and free kicks down from 3 and 3. So it'll be on 3 and 3 from default. Lower that down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. The reason for that is I find when you're on 3 and 3, you get counter-attacked on so much from your own set plays, and it is so annoying. So please, YouTube, lower that down from 3 and 3 right the way down to 2 and 2, and trust me, you'll win a lot more games than you lose, believe you me. So that's the tactics that I use. 4-2-2 altogether, probably the best formation on the game. The player instructions, this is where it does get interesting, and I would recommend using at your own discretion. So I have getting behind on both of my strikers, along with comeback on defense. Now, you might think the comeback on defense is a defensive move. It's actually an attacking move. Basically, there is a big gap, as you can see here, between your 2 CDMs and your 2 strikers. So because of that, I just lower that gap as much as I can. So I put both of my strikers on comeback on defense, just so they're a little bit closer to my CDMs. And I find it to be the most overpowered, really. I find it to work better in terms of an attacking output as well. My Ram and my Lamb are both on comeback on defense and get into the box for cross. The get into the box for cross, YouTube, very important. You'll score a lot more goals with your Lamb and your Ram if you do have them on get into the box for cross. The reason for that is, again, no Monday Night Football analysis with the touchscreen and all that. Just the more players you got in the box, the more likely you are to score a goal, right? It really just is that simple. So that's why I have that on. Now, this is where you need to use your own discretion, okay, YouTube? So I have it on cut passing lanes and cover center, and I have both of my CDMs on balanced attack. Again, a very attacking move. But if you are someone that does struggle defensively, definitely put one of your CDMs. So for me, it would be my Red 86 Kessie. He would be the one that I would put on stay back while attacking to allow my Kudos to get a little bit further forward. So if you are someone that does struggle defensively, definitely put one of your CDMs on stay back while attacking. And then both of my fullbacks are again on stay back while attacking and overlap. The overlap's irrelevant, really. I'm actually probably just going to start putting them on mixed attack because they're on stay back while attacking. The overlap's irrelevant because they're not getting forward. So I just put it on out of like force of habit because I've always had it on. I'm actually now going to try it on mixed attack because it doesn't make a difference. And someone actually said to me in the comment section on my last custom tactics video that apparently if you have them on overlap, it like messes up in terms of the defensive side of the game or something. So I'm going to try them on mixed attack. I do normally use overlap, but I am now in the future going to be trying it on mixed attack because of what someone said to me. I haven't tried it, so we're going to try it. And then my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. Very important that you do have sweeper keeper on. Okay, YouTube, very important. And that right there, YouTube, is my 4-2-2 updated custom tactics for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like on it. Drop a comment down below. You'll see I do reply to every single comment. And please hit that subscribe button to my channel and hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. FIFAcoin.com, Wolf at the checkout for 5% off. And go and check out loot1977.com. Both of the websites are down in the description below. Have a blessed day, guys. Remember, PMA, positive mental attitude. Spread the love and positivity. Peace out. One love.